So, good morning, my students. So, quadratic equation part 2. Okay. So, here the concept is roots under particular cases. So, ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 where a, b, c are real numbers. Okay. So, for this quadratic equation, suppose if one of the root is infinity and other root is finite. Then what is ABC values? That means under what conditions this quadratic equation has one root is infinite, other root is finite. Okay. So in this quadratic equation you put x is equal to 1 by y or y is equal to 1 by x. Then what you will get? X is equal to 1 by y means y is equal to 1 by x only, no? But here it is in terms of x now. So put x is equal to 1 by y and simplify. I am writing directly. So we will get cy square plus by plus a is equal to 0. As one of the root of this quadratic equation is infinity, as one of the value of x is infinity, then one of the value of y must be 0. That means one of the root of this quadratic equation must be 0. So for this one root must be equal to what? 0. So other root is some finite number. Other root will be some finite. Okay. So here if you find a sum of the roots, so 0 plus finite is a finite value. So that here what you will get? Sum of the roots minus b by c. And what you will get? Product of the roots. Product of the roots is what you will get? A by c. As one of the root is 0, other root is finite. Product of the roots becomes what? 0 only. That means a by c value is what? 0. Implies that a value is what? 0. And here other root is finite. Here sum of the roots should not be equal to 0. Okay. So that means what we can conclude from this? B value not equal to 0. So the condition for this quadratic equation has one root is infinity and other root is finite is the coefficient of x square is a is equal to 0 and the coefficient of x b not equal to 0. Coefficient of x square must be 0 and the coefficient of x should not be 0. And in this case this quadratic equation reduces to bx plus c is equal to 0. Bx plus c is equal to 0. So these are the conditions. So a value 0, b value not equal to 0. Condition for one root is infinity, other root is finite. Next, second case, both the roots second case, both the roots are infinity. Both roots are infinity. Both roots are infinity. When both roots are infinity, by putting x is equal to 1 by y, then this equation reduces to this form. As both roots of this quadratic equation are infinity, that means both the values of x are infinity, then both the values of y will be infinity. Thus, for this new quadratic equation, both roots must be equal to what? 0. So both roots must be equal to what? 0. So as both roots are 0, product of the roots is 0 as well as sum of the roots is also 0. Product of the roots is 0, sum of the roots is also 0. So a by c 0 means a value 0 minus b by c is equal to 0 means b value is also 0. Okay. So the condition for this quadratic equation has both roots are infinity is a is equal to 0, b is equal to 0. That is coefficient of x square must be 0 and coefficient of x must be equal to 0. Okay. Next, third one, identity. identity. So that is over. Roots under particular cases, that topic is over. Next to one definition, identity. Identity. So the difference between equation and identity is the equation will satisfy for some values of x, but identity is nothing but it is an equation which satisfies all values of x. Which satisfies all values of x. Equation means it satisfies only some values of x. Identity means it is an equation which satisfies all the values of x. Then only that equation become, then only we can say that that equation is identity. Okay. So now you consider ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 quadratic equation. Okay. Suppose if this quadratic equation has more than two roots, more than two different real roots, then this quadratic equation becomes an identity. How? See here, if it has more than two real roots, say for example it has three real roots, then ax square plus bx plus c is equal to, suppose this quadratic equation has three distinct real roots. Let them be alpha, beta and gamma. Alpha, beta, gamma. Then by factors theorem, then what are the factors for this? X minus alpha, x minus beta into x minus gamma. So into say some k, constant k. Okay. So if you multiply this, so here what is the highest x power you will get? X cube. Okay. Equating corresponding coefficients, what you will get? X cube coefficient k value, here x cube coefficient is k, here x cube coefficient is nothing, is there? 0. Next, comparing x square coefficient, left side is a, right side is a k into something you will get, but k is anyway 0 na, so a value what you will get? 0. So similarly what you will get if you compare coefficient of x, then here b, here k into something you will get, k value anywhere 0, so 0. If you equate constant terms, what you will get? C value also 0. That means if this quadratic equation has more than two real roots, more than two different real roots, then that means example I have taken here three different real roots, then it become an identity. So how? See here, if it has more than two real roots, say it has three different real roots, then what happens? All the coefficients are equal to 0. All the coefficients are equal to 0 means that this quadratic equation we can rewrite like this, no? 0 into x square plus 0 into x plus 0 is equal to 0, because ABC values are substituted. So now here instead of x, if I substitute any real number, LHS value is same as RHS value. That means that every real number x satisfies this equation. Hence this equation becomes what? Identity. So that means this equation becomes what? An identity. So that means if a quadratic equation has more than two distinct real roots, automatically it will satisfy by all the values of x, and in that case a value 0, b value 0, c value 0, that is that quadratic equation becomes an identity. Okay, an identity. That means when we say that this quadratic equation is an identity, when all its coefficients a value 0, b value 0 and c value is 0. Okay. Now based on these three concepts, I am going to give one problem, one common problem. Find the value of p. Example, find the value of p such that p cube minus 3p square plus 2p into x square plus p cube minus p into x plus p cube plus 3p square plus 2p is equal to 0 has one root is infinity. Exactly, one root is infinity is the first question. Still two more are there. Okay, find the value of p. This this equation has one root is infinity. So if one root is infinity, then what is the condition for this quadratic equation has one of the root is infinity? So coefficient of x square, a value 0, and coefficient of x, b value not equal to 0. B value not equal to 0. So a value 0, b value not equal to 0. A value 0 means what you get? A is equal to p cube minus 3p square plus 2p. It should be 0. And b value p cube minus p should not be equal to 0. Okay. So this is, if you take p common out, you get p square minus 3p plus 2 is equal to 0. On solving, I am writing directly. You will get p value 0, p value 1, p value 2. So among these three values, which value satisfies this condition also? Because we have two conditions. A must be 0, B should not be equal to 0. But if I substitute p value 0, B become a 0, but it should not be equal to 0. So p value 0 is not accepted. And if you substitute p value 1 also, 1 cube minus 1 is 0. 0 not equal to 0 is false. So p is equal to 1 also not accepted. But if you substitute p value 2, 2 cube minus 2, 8 minus 2, 6. 6 not equal to 0 is true. That means p is equal to 2 is accepted. So thus, the value of p for which this equation has one root is infinity is p is equal to 2. Okay. Next to second question, it is given that both roots are infinity. Both roots are infinity. So the condition for this is a is equal to p cube minus 3p square plus 2p must be 0. B is equal to p cube minus p. It should be also 0. But c is equal to p cube plus 3p square. But c is equal to p cube plus 3p square plus 2p should not equal to 0. A value 0, B value 0, but C value not equal to 0. Once again I am writing. So both roots are infinity. For that condition is what? A is equal to 0, B must be 0, and C should not equal to 0. By taking A is equal to 0, what you got? P values from the above problem. P is equal to 0, 1, 2. By taking B is equal to 0, that is p cube minus p is equal to 0, you will get p values are 0, 1, minus 1. And c should not be equal to 0. That means p cube plus 3p square plus 2p should not equal to 0. So among these two, what are the common values of p? P values 0 and 1 only, na? So then don't consider 2 and minus 1. Not required to consider 2 and minus 1, because all the three conditions simultaneously satisfy. Then only we can then only we can say that it has both roots are infinity. Okay. So then A should be 0 and B should be 0 only for these two values of P. Now among these two values, which value of P satisfies this third condition? So if you substitute P value 0, what you will get? 0 plus 0 plus 0 not equal to 0 is false. So that means P is equal to 0 is not acceptable. But if you substitute p value 1, 1 plus 3 plus 2, what you will get? 6. 6 not equal to 0. That means 6 not equal to 0 is true. So p is equal to 1 is acceptable. So thus p is equal to 1. So the value of p for which this quadratic equation both roots are infinity is p is equal to 1. Okay. Next last question in this only. Last question. What is the value of p such that this quadratic equation represents an identity? So this quadratic equation become an identity if all its coefficients are equal to 0. A value 0, B value 0, C value 0. When a is equal to 0, that is p cube minus 3p square plus 2p is equal to 0, what you will get? P value 0, 1, 2. So b value 0, that means p cube minus p is equal to 0. On solving, you will get p value 0, 1, minus 1. C value 0, that is p cube plus 3p square plus 2p is equal to 0. On solving this equation, you get 0, minus 1, minus 2. Now for what value of p? Simultaneously a value, b value and c value is 0. What is the common value for p? Only 0. So that means all the coefficients are equal to 0 only when p value is 0. So thus for if p value 0, then this quadratic equation becomes an identity. Okay. Next important area. After this important area is the quadratic expression and its graph. The quadratic expression and its graph. Okay, so consider y is equal to ax square plus bx plus c. So when it is a quadratic expression, if a is not equal to 0, and consider your coefficients are real numbers. Okay. So expression is nothing but what? Expression is nothing but what? Plotting. Just plotting the graph. So what is the graph of this quadratic expression? Y is equal to ax square plus bx plus c. So already we discussed the linear polynomial, the graph of the linear polynomial y is equal to ax plus b. It represents what? It represents a straight line. It represents what? A straight line. And remember one thing, the geometrical meaning of root is nothing but it is the point where the curve intersects the x-axis. It is the point where the curve intersects the x-axis. It is the geometrical meaning of root. Okay. So here this is a quadratic expression. That means what is its degree? 2. That means it has how many roots? 2 roots. Whether they may be both may be imaginary, both are real, or both are real and equal. Okay. Now here what I am doing, taking a common, what I will get? X square plus b by a into x plus c by a. So I'm going to write directly. You will get, finally you will get in this form a into x plus b by 2a whole square minus d by 4a. Further, this can be written as x plus b by 2a whole square is equal to 1 by a into y plus d by 4a. What is d? Discriminant. So discriminant is d is what? B square minus 4ac. Okay. So it is look like x minus h whole square is equal to 4a into y minus k. Am I correct? 4 into capital A into y minus k. So that means as it is in this form, then it represents what? The graph of this quadratic expression is what? It represents a parabola whose axis is parallel to y-axis, and the vertex h comma k is equal to vertex h comma k is equal to what you will get? H value minus b by 2a, k value what you will get? Minus d by 4a. So this is the vertex. So the graph of this quadratic expression is what? Represents what? Parabola whose axis is parallel to y-axis, then whose vertex at minus b by 2a comma minus d by 4a. Depending on the sign of a, depending on this sign of small a, either it may be upward parabola or downward parabola. So clearly when a is a positive, then it represents 1 by a become positive, 4a become positive. Then automatically what you will get? Upward parabola. When a negative, 4a is negative, then what you will get? Downward parabola. Okay. So thus the graph of this quadratic expression is what? It is a parabola. It is a parabola whose axis is parallel to y-axis, vertex at this point. Suppose when A is positive, the graph will be what? Upward parabola. When A is positive, the parabola is what? Upward parabola, and this will be the vertex, and this is the x is equal to minus b by 2a. When A is a negative, then the parabola is what? Downward parabola. The parabola is what? Downward parabola. So this will be the vertex. So this is minus b by 2a. So by observing these two cases, observe carefully. So here, when A positive, then this graph has a minimum height from x-axis. That means this y value has, or this function has minimum value. At which point? At the vertex. So that means when x value minus b by 2a, what is the function value? Minus d by 4a. So when a is positive, then this function has a minimum when x is equal to minus b by 2a. And what is the minimum value of the function? What is the minimum value of the function? Minus d by 4a. What is the minimum value of the function? Minus d by 4a. And it has no maximum value, because when extending to plus infinity or minus infinity, graph is tending to what? Infinite. Okay. Next, when a is negative, it is a downward parabola. At the vertex, it has maximum height. That means when x is equal to minus b by 2a, then this function has maximum value. So what is the maximum value of this function? So minus d by 4a. So what is the maximum value of this function? Minus d by 4a. Maximum value of the function is nothing but maximum value of y. What is the maximum value of y? Minus d by 4a. Okay. So in this case, it has no minimum. That means this y is equal to ax square plus bx plus c. This quadratic function has minimum value when a positive and maximum value when a negative. In both cases, what is the extreme value? Minus d by 4a. Depending on a value, minus d by 4a is minimum or maximum. When a positive, minus d by 4a is minimum. When a negative, minus d by 4a is maximum. So one example I am writing here. So find a maximum value of the function y is equal to minus x square plus 2x plus 4. So what you compare with y is equal to ax square plus bx plus c, what is a value? Minus 1, negative. So that means it is a downward parabola, then it has maximum value only. So d is equal to what? B square minus 4ac. B square is what? 4 minus 4ac. 4 into minus 1. On simplifying, what you will get? 20. And it has a maximum value at x is equal to what? Minus b by 2a. So minus b is minus 2 by 2a. 2 into minus 1. So x is equal to what? 1. So at x is equal to 1, this quadratic function has maximum value, and the maximum value is minus d by 4a. Okay, minus d is minus 20, 4a, 4 into minus 1. So what you will get? 5. Minus 20 by minus 4 is plus 5. So this quadratic function has a maximum value when x is equal to 1, and its maximum value is 5. So this x is equal to 1, this is the functional value only now. Then 1 comma 5 becomes the vertex of this parabola. 1 comma 5 becomes vertex of that parabola. Next to find minimum value of the function y is equal to x square plus 4x plus 3. So here a is equal to what? 1, positive, and d is equal to what you will get? B square means 16 minus 4ac means 4 into 1 into 3, 12. So what you got? D value 4, and it has a minimum value when x is equal to minus b by 2a, that is minus 4 by 2 minus 2, and in this case what you will get? A minimum value of y minus d by what? 4a. 4a is what? 4. So minus 1. So this function has minimum value when x is equal to minus 2 and the minimum value of the function is minus 1. Thus the vertex of this parabola is minus 2 comma minus 1. Okay. So if a positive, it has minimum, and minimum value will be obtained at the vertex. Okay. So x coordinate is minus b by 2a, y coordinate is what? Minus d by 4a. Even when a negative, it has maximum value, and maximum value at its vertex, that is when x is equal to minus b by 2a, y is equal to minus d by 4a becomes maximum value. Okay. So with this I am going to close this session. Thank you.